Let's get into some Pokemon. So last two times have been kind of rough. Last time especially, we lost all of our powerhouses. In fact, before we go in, let's recap everybody that's dead. Let's go look at the death box PC, as sad as that is. Because at this point, I can't keep track of all of our losses. But there's the Pokemon Center. You're fighting a headache most of the day. Was debating about streaming tonight. You're feeling better. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I almost pushed stream or canceled, but I managed to make it in time, so I really wanted to share that announcement with you guys. So yeah, everybody we've lost so far. We lost at sea. That was our first one. That happened, I think, in the first stream. And that was I think it was just a pure accident of me doing something dumb. I don't remember. Most of these losses were a while ago, but Ghastly was a shame to lose that one. And Tyrogue, because Tyrogue was only a few levels away from leveling up. From evolving, Landstalker, nice. Cerebi, that was the first really painful loss. This was our powerhouse. Last stream we were trying to recover, but Wormy got taken out one level from evolution because we had a metal coat, and the randomizer is different. Lets you just level it up with a metal coat. Ho-Oh, that was another really painful loss because that was another one of our powerhouses. And then finally, Orlando. Another decent powerhouse that it sucked losing. So, currently, I'm kind of concerned. Oh yeah, we managed to... we hatched our egg into... was this what we hatched? I think it was a Sandshrew, maybe? It was a ground-type Pokemon. And we got it to... No, it was a Cubone. We got it to evolve, finally, and it evolved into a Hitmonlee. And I'm a little disappointed because it's their highest level thing. Hitmonlee's cool, but he's not strong enough to carry a team. So this is going to be rough. We're still going to hold off on trying to do any grinding, though. Let's go into the gym and see what we find. Yeah, this is going to be really rough. Let's just take a good fight. Karate quads. Okay. What do we got here? Strongman Mike. Got it. Bulbasaur. Okay, so Bulbasaur will probably have poison moves. So as much as Ploof does have a fire move, they'll still get any poison attacks if it decides to be smart right now, or not just resist, immune to poison. Seed Flare, okay, whatever, made a difference. We still resist grass. Sludge. Hey there, Dragon. Welcome. Just to explain, I mentioned the channel has been chosen to have follower emotes, so you should have access to the Nope emote now. It has been moved to follower tier. Yeah, I was picked for the beta. And not a lot of... It doesn't look like a lot of people got picked for the beta, so I feel kind of lucky there. I'm going to put an official announcement in the Discord, but I want to first announce on stream. is it coming? Crap, I found out. Mantike is fine. Yeah, it is. There's actually a total of 5 follower emote slots, so I can upload 4 more. I'm going to have to make some more or something. We wanted to use that emote for so many situations. Yeah, I think it's a good enticeful follower emote for now. I might at some point switch them around and put it in the sub slot and put the other one in the. I don't know yet. It is pretty generous. I'm excited. Toad cool. I should have switched. I looked away again, so I didn't know what he's setting out. And outside of ground Pokemon, in the zone's pretty good. But yeah, I might actually switch them around because. No. Nope, seems like it's useful, but it's also a weird one to have as a sub. So yeah, I'll probably stay the same. And I'll add in some more. I might have to think of some for tier 2 and tier 3, but I don't think that's irrelevant. Yeah, more options is always nice. Because currently, the amount of I needed like a good dozen more subs to try to get to another emote slot. So this is nice. Come on, Togepi. Oh my god, just keeps protecting. Stop it. Get out of here. Okay. As for Pokemon, let's see if we can salvage the train wreck we've been having. I think we can just. I have these ones in the range. I think we can just keep going. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Yeah, we left off on this gym being worried about our aim in the future. Yep, and still terrified. Strong Mandana. Diglett. Okay, for that we cannot use in the zone. That's 26. Ploof. Let's see if you can find. No, substitute. Let's be safe. Oh, extreme speed. Cool. Okay, well. Isn't too bad. Fine whip. Oh, now what do you have to do? Oh, good. Lovely. Well, we have the substitute out, so let's not waste that. Let's do a Sonic Boom while we have the shield. That's a Sprite with the Voltix one. Yeah, it does look like it's about to use the bathroom on me. Okay, you have a ground move. You resist fire, but you're 6 levels lower. But you're legendary. We're taking a chance. We really need to get experience on Quasimodo. This is a gamble, but we're not going to have a lot of great chances to. Okay. Resistance is helping and legendary stats. Let's, Dragon Breath. Cool. What do you have? One shot and Bone Rush. Oh, thank you for the follow. Korean girls are cute. I just noticed, I don't think it played the sound effect. Oh, no, I just couldn't hear it, I don't think. But it did the effect. Thank you for the follow. Okay, this is a ground Pokemon. We need to get these lower level guys up. Let's substitute. Because as long as we have substitute, we really want to use it. This is the same Diglett as before, I believe. It just baton passed before. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We're getting so little experience. Let's heal. I hate having to heal so much, but like, we aren't in the position to take risks right now. Well, uncalculated risks. We have to take some risks, like sending out, when we just sent out Quasimodo to try to tank some fire attacks, but like, if we can just go back and heal and aren't in the best shape we should. Kloof was nearly down to half health. Kloof is, as much as I love Meganium is not great stat-wise, so Kloof is gonna have some issues. It'd be great if we got 2 badges in one stream. Oh, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna get 2 in one stream at any point. The Pokemon Diamond's very spread out. As you can see, there was like 3 towns between the last gym and this. I don't think we're gonna get 2 in any streams. At this point, getting 1 on every stream is already enough of a feat. Yeah, Mirror Match is 8 levels on us. It's not worth the risk. Quasimodo, you can hit super effect. You have better stats. There's some hopes to doing this gym at the very start. Yeah, I don't. It's been so long. I don't remember how long it is till the next gym, but I'm expecting it's kind of long. Of course, you're gonna do the substitute strat. Why wouldn't you? Like, if I'm gonna do it, of course you'll do it. Yeah, that's why I use this. I can tank the Okay. Now. Aerial Ace. And get another Aerial Ace in there. The upside about Meganium being not that strong is the enemy's Meganium is not that strong. Experience split between 4 Pokemon, but this is what we're doing right now. Curveball, 16, cool. Move stuff around. We can get to that guy first. Thing deserves to be strong. Yeah, you know how much I love Meganium, so I wish it was stronger. But it is somehow both cute looking and powerful looking, even if it's not powerful. Like, worried. Let's try Blade. No, Substitute, duh. We have Substitute. We can... Substitute has been... Like, I usually hate Substitute, but this has been a godsend. Testing stuff, okay. So that does at least 16 damage to Blue. Oh, that was a critical hit. Okay, let's try another Substitute. Maybe it wouldn't have broken it. It wouldn't have. Meditate. Lovely. Actually, it doesn't matter. Is it going to use any physical attacks? Ah, it's setting up. Well, we have our substitute shield, so burns. Nice. That cut its attack. Steel Wing. Oh, we were able to tank that too. That's great. That's great. Cool. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of Bronzor. I don't like his design much. Plus, they're kind of annoying to fight. They're so tanky usually. Bronzong isn't much better for me. Okay, Mothim. Well, that's a bugger flying move, so get that out of there. We lost our Pokemon that rock. But let's Quasimodo. I don't think Mothim's that strong. Substitute is really good in a Nuzlocke, I'm starting to realize, because it really lets you test out for safety, and like, there's always the chance they have something like self-destruct, and Substitute's gonna protect me. Like, honestly, I almost wish I had Substitute on all of my Pokemon at this point, and just took up a slot, because it'd be so much harder for me to lose Pokemon. Like, I wouldn't have to take chances, really. Roserade, huh? We will keep Quasimodo out. Enjoy your Lurk Zone. The few times that go through it. I think there's one or two attacks that do, but they're not attacks that are particularly powerful. So it's still a really good defense. All the biggest threats are blocked by it, so... Gassy level 17, cool. Of course, that means all that's left is the gym leader. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but... And is the gym leader in this... Is this one the gym leader's Crasher Wake? Where's that? Where's that Gen 3? No, Crasher Wake's a water gym leader. I'm thinking Crasher Wake because he has like a wrestling motif, but he's water. Who is it? Brawly? Who are we facing? I mean, actually, it's not gonna be whoever it's supposed to be, but a good number of Gen 4 gym leaders. I just don't know. Okay, it's not Brawl. Oh, it's Maylene, yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can solve this puzzle. Okay, so ultimately we need to go through here. So we need to push that. That. sides lined up to push that. Go back around. And now do that. 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 And that. That I can puzzle. There we go. Oh, I can't go. Oh, I can't go this way. Wait a minute. We're fully healed, right? The overlay just didn't update, right? Yeah. Okay. Those trash bins. I think they're trash bins. I don't think their trash bins will have anything in them. I think that you can use that for stoppers for some reason. I know there's not a big point in saving, but it's good to save every so often in case something crashes. Here we go. The Vermilion Chim 5s, yeah. I get you. Trainer Daniel. Okay, Daniel. Aerodactyl. Okay, well, unfortunately we're not going to poof out of it because it could have flying moves. Okay, that's forewarned. Same with Baby. Into Zone might be best here. Yeah, Into Zone would be best here. The song is going to sound fire when it's remade. Yeah, I enjoy all the songs being remade. What's gonna sound really cool is the legendary Pokemon themes in this game. Okay, let's these both are super effective. Just Spark though. Paralyzed. Oh, nice. So I think we'll go first now. Yeah, okay, cool. Aerodactyl's done. I just realized we are not fast forwarded. There we go. We are playing at slow speed. I wish it would save that setting. I can't do it every time because I always forget. Gyro level 17. Cool. Regigigas. This is really bad because abilities are randomized. Regigigas is very powerful. The only reason it's unusable in the games is because it has such a crappy ability. This is going to be really bad. But we're going to use Baby. You have a fighting move, right? Yeah, we're only good. We're going to use Baby. We're going to hit his weakness, and we're going to hope its level is it. It's going to be like around our level. This has one of the highest physical attacks in the game, Regigigas. Okay, just don't do anything. Flinch! That flinch might have saved your life, depending on what... I spoke too soon. Magical Leaf. Okay, there's a crit. Let's... Okay. No! Baby! Baby, no! Psybeam. Okay, that's really bad. Baby, just use Rolling Kick. Please. No! Okay, we are going to heal. We are going to use a potion. How much does Lemonade heal? 80. Should I do 50? 100. We've got more lemonades. Yeah, let's just use a lemonade. Not multiple rooms. Yeah, he is using Psybeam. It's still super effective. And he still has a pretty good special attack. Also, he healed too. I don't know why I'm saying he, but he gave us his, has no gender. It's just a goal. Okay, that was scarier than it probably should have. I mean, it was scary, but there wasn't much to be too scared about. At least grass, you see that. That's less of a threat. Quasimodo. We're just really lucky that it had a special attack, especially because that's psychic attack. If it had, like, what's it called? The psychic headbutt thing, or if it had any sort of psychic attack that was physical, which is not many, but there are, it probably would have obliterated Baby. Though even just even a neutral hitting physical attack might have been in. Ending with a C-Dot. Hilarious going from a Regigigas to a C-Dot. I will not complain. Gassy, level 18. Okay. Phew. Cobble badge. Oh! Let me... updates. Our badges. There we go. TM60. Good job cobbling together that badge. I mean, we kind of cobbled together that victory, so... Triple kick. It does not have triple kick. Oh no, it is triple kick. Right? It just changed the description. Yeah. I was just like, wait a minute. It said it like absorbs HP. No, it's Drain Punch she usually gives. She gave us triple kick. What is the aggregate? It's good. What do we currently have on Baby? I know it says 10 power, but I think it doubles every hit, so it does 10, 20, then 40, so it's like 70. That's slightly better. No, stop that. Yeah, we'll save triple kick if we need a fighting team later on. Oops, there we go. Ah! Didn't mean to push that. What do you want? You better not be chilling me to fight. Okay. Why do Team Galactic want your Pokedex? Yeah, the game corner. We're not gonna do that, it's just for TMs. Okay, come on, heal up. So let's... I don't know why I go this way. I think it's this way. Wants me to go, yeah. Let's save since we just got through a gym battle. At the start of the rivals, healing your Pokemon before challenging thing in Gym 6 or 7. Yeah, it definitely wasn't back here. What? Now you brought your buddy along so you can get your Pokedex back? Just happy to both you climb over your armies. Yes. And even even though Gen 3 introduced double battles, Gen 4 is where they really started using it a lot. Mike and Alex with their Jigglypuff and Sandshrew. This is not too bad. Kinda cruel, huh? Interesting. Oh, use dive, okay. But, why did I not use substitute? Frustration. Okay. Let's do substitute. Sandshrew's gone. Okay, cool. Fighting moves still work against Jigglypuff. Yeah. I'm assuming the remakes will have fairy type, so Jigglypuff in this case, or in these cases, it's family Jigglypuff. But in these kinds of cases in the game, you'd have to factor in for that. But honestly, it has more weaknesses. Fairy fight. Actually, Jigglypuff is fairy fight, not just... Or fairy normal, not just fairy. So fighting was normal damage against it. Magical Leaf. Okay. That's 60. Let's go to Vine. Oh, no, fairy... Fighting isn't... Fairy isn't immune to fighting. That's not myself ever. Fighting can hit fairy. Fairy is immune to dragon. But I do think fairy resists fighting, but they bounce out. You know, the leftovers with these substitute is not bad either. It lets me heal up as the substitute kind of takes the brunt. Like Ploof's almost back to full health again. Targets. Now what? Ghastly. Well, once our substitute wears out, let's get out of here because we'll be poisoned. But until then, Blaze kicks her best bet. Yeah. I don't want to think about Fang. That hurt. Faster, I don't want to take a chance. It'd be really sad to take a chance to lose it. Let's put into zone out. I don't even remember what Ghastly had for moves. Oh, cool. Didn't matter. Yep, there we go. Cool. Yep. Okay, you're going to... Oh, yeah, the Great Marsh. That was, I believe, like a Safari Zone. Might have been the last Safari Zone like area, other than the the golden silver, heart gold, soul silver. Oh, I guess X and Y had the friend safari, but that worked very differently. I kind of miss the safari zones. Okay, so I actually want to... I don't know why I haven't healed. I wasn't in that bad shape. What I want to do... I forgot how good lemonades are. So let's go up to the top floor and grab some lemonades. Friend Safari was cool. They gave it... Yeah. It was cool in concept. There were some... I gotta go down to each one. The downside about it is if you didn't know what your third Friend Safari Pokemon was until you beat the game, and that was the one that mattered most. And if you got stuck with a lame one, you're just stuck with the lame one, and it made it harder for... Like when you're exchanging, trying to get people to exchange friend codes with you for their friends, like, because it essentially became a bartering tool. Ooh, bonus lemonade. We'll get one more. Yeah, so it was rough if you didn't get a good Pokemon for your third slot. You couldn't find out till you beat the game. It's not like you just find out and then restart. Yeah, 9 lemonades, that's good. We need to utilize our healing items more. It's really gonna matter once we get to like all the caves and stuff in this game. There's a lot of caves in this game. Like if Ruby and Sapphire had too much water, Diamond and Pearl had too much cave. What is this? Oh, fly. Okay. That should not be randomized. The HM locations are not randomized for obvious reasons. Also, that's great that we got fly. We can easily backtrack when needed now. In fact... Well, first of all... Oh, wait. Who are we going to get fly to? I want to go check our Pokemon in the daycare. It's been a while. Hot freaking heck. I guess I will give it to, I'd either give it to... Yeah, we'll give it to Cairo. Wait, are you more of a physical attacker? You're a special attacker. So Fire Fang's probably worth getting rid of. Wisp isn't great, but... And Will-O-Wisp is good, but the accuracy is just so weird. But yeah, let's get rid of what I just said. Fire Fang. Gyro is getting fly. Makes total sense. That being said, I did like the Friend Safari concept. I think there should have been some way to control what's in your Friend Safari. Like, maybe just some vague way, not to, like, fully control. Oh yeah, why am I checking out? I forgot. I put on Cairo. I think that doesn't make sense. daycare. I think it was in Shalasian Town. Yes. Dawn has grown several levels. Sonic has grown 18. Sonic hatched at level 1. What was Sonic? I don't remember what Sonic was. That was the one we hatched from the egg. Guess I'm just sitting there for a second. That chaining wild book and SOS call was really weird, but SOS call could get annoying. Man, that could get annoying. Sonic is a Pineco. How does Pineco evolve? I think it evolves at like level 30 something. 31. So it needs another 11 levels before we want to even take it out. Put you back in. Fine, go. Oh, did you get any new moves? Yeah, the missile's good. Hedges of pine and needles practically. Also, yeah, it was annoying, but it felt realistic. I mean, did it? I'm not sure in nature that does to it. Like, especially like when it was different species, and especially when it SOS called stuff that it naturally did not get along with. Like Corsola would call in a Marini who would attack it. Like. What's Dawn? I don't remember what Dawn is. I don't remember what level Dawn is. Dawn is something Dusk related. Duskull. Level 25. What level does Duskull evolve? Good question. 37. Yeah, okay, cool. Oops. Didn't mean to click that. I'm gonna click that. We are putting Dawn back in too. We are going to leverage this and not take out, not use anything that's not fully evolved right now. Because we need every bit of help we can get. As well as that last gym went, it could have gone horribly. We're very lucky. Or either weird if it kind of thought it was anti-SOS code. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure horde battles are much better though, especially since there are certain Pokemon you can only really get in horde battles. And you can't catch anything till all but one thing are dead in horde battles. And sometimes it would call something like a bunch of Swipers calling a Zangoose. And then they would proceed to team up and kill it when you just wanted to catch the Zangoose. Plus also, both SOS calls and horde battles were horrible for shiny farming only because you could get stuck in a very bad situation trying to get the shiny. Okay, we didn't have an encounter here yet. The honey finally... Cherubi. Cool. Well, we're gonna try to catch a Cherubi. Oh god, I always forget this thing exists. So, think up Cherubi names. Man. Oh, first ball. So, Cherubi names are what we need. Let me go to the route tracker. I don't remember what this place is. Oh, it's Floroma Meadow, right? Meadow. Floroma Meadow. So we need a Cherubi nickname. Cupid or something? Okay. I was gonna say it's a boy, but Cupid is a boy name. Man, imagine if a person actually named their child Cupid. Like, that'd be... there's gotta be somebody named Cupid somewhere, and they probably don't go by their name. Whew. Well, Cherubi does evolve, as far as I remember, into... Cherrim? Yeah, Cherrim. But what level? 25. Okay, well, when we're done with the other ones, we can... Actually, maybe we'll pop it in. Really cringe at people naming their kid like Zelda, even though Zelda was pretty cool. I mean, I don't. Zelda... The character Zelda isn't the first use of Zelda. Like... Princess Zelda is named after Zelda Fitzgerald. It's not a common name, but it's a name. I don't really cringe at that one because I mean it's unorthodox, but plus yeah, Zelda Williams is really cool. She's related to Zelda, and I was gonna say obviously, but not necessarily obviously, but she is. Her dad obviously though was into Zelda. Oh, what do we got? Static. Interesting. Fake out magical leaf. Freaking Luster Purge. It's a Latios or Latias' signature. And Heal Bell. This isn't a bad moveset. This is a special attacker, so that'd be really good. But who knows what it'll evolve into. Man, a Cherubi with Luster Purge. There's others here too, but I think yeah. I don't know. I don't cringe too badly with people naming their kids after like fictional characters that they like. As long as the name isn't too out there. I don't think Zelda's too out there. Naming your child Cupid though, like that's gonna really get your son to make fun of. Don't do that, please. Okay, we are going to put Cherubi in daycare. Oops. 2 slots. Oops. That's not what I want to do. Oops. That works. Good thing we can legally change your name, just putting that out there. Yes, but I believe to do it on your own, you have to be 18. Any younger, you have to have, like, parent permission. Maybe some places you do it at 16. But, by then, the kids already went through their entire childhood of being made fun of. Yes, take, Cupid. Okay, PC. I don't want to pause it. I want to do... I could technically just do it with... Oh, I don't want to withdraw you. I just swapped it with, Dawn, who's going to sit in the box now for a while. Be They will evolve you eventually at dawn, but for now, we're focusing on the two that evolve at lower levels. There it is. I was like, wait, where's Fly? Okay, let's head on in and deal with Team Galactic for the second time. Let me check back here, right? I don't think we can go in there anyways. There is no dealing with Team Galactic right now. Unless we can go in the other building, but I don't think we can. I think this is a comeback later for plot thing. Yeah, I can't do anything. These evil cyclists are stealing bikes all over the world with their grand master plan. I mean, maybe that's why the bikes are so expensive. Scalpers, man. Bike scalpers are the worst. I feel like there's another... we did we do Route 211? Check the old thing. We did do 211. Okay. In that case, did we do 211? Huh. In that case, let's just go down. Why Ash couldn't get another bike to replace the old one, because the cyclist stole them all. There's not in any stores. Up behind you, what is it? Biker Ann. Well, we found a biker. Well, we don't want Floof because ice. Ice we can fight, but it's also Ghost. That won't work. This would be really bad. Looks like Into Zone, once again, is... Even though it's not our highest level yet, Into Zone's practically our MVP now. Which makes me very scared for him. But Steel Electric is just such a good type. Like, all you have to worry about is ground. Well, it's just fire and fighting, but... Three types. You resist so much. Okay, another ice. Keep Into Zone out. You're allergic to my Iron Head. Well, that's not going to do you any good. Super effective. Please can't scroll. It's pretty easy. I hit the jackpot within the zone. We hit the jackpot with several, and we've lost most of our jackpot Pokemon. We lost Cerebi. Uh-oh was kind of a big loss. That's level 19. missed when I lost Uh-oh. Yeah, that was last stream. That was a series of unfortunate events. We lost 2 Pokemon in one battle there. We lost Uh-oh and... Oh, there, let that finish off. Did we lose also in that battle? Oh, Orlando. Uh-oh in Orlando. It was a really rough battle. It was a double battle, I remember that much. It was a double battle, and the 2 opponents basically ensured that no matter what I sent out, every Pokemon I had were weak to one of those 2 Pokemon. So I got stuck in a position where I had to take some guesses. Okay, what route are we in? Oh, we're in Route Sign. 214. Okay, let's get our encounter for Route 214. Sure we have... Oh, we just saw a Frostlass. Guess we're getting one? I don't know if Frostlass is good or not. I don't know much about Frostlass's stats. Oh god, wait. Back in the zone. Aurora Beam. There we go. Oh, Frostlass nicknames. Freezes foes, ice breath. Oh, his body's hollow. Interesting. Okay, I will mark it off on the checklist while the nickname suggestions. Otherwise... what should we call her? Snowflake? Snowflake's not bad. That would be a really good name for a Cryogonal. But that's not in this game. Thank goodness, I really don't like Cryogonal. Snowflake. Down, please. Let's at least go look at Frostlass's stats.